implementation will be vastly more complex. Oh my god.
You there, second desk, blue jacket. What is your name?
My name is Alexis.
Alexis. please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you, one of my lectures, ever again.
I don't understand.
I am not going to ask a second time. Thank you. Why are there laws? What are laws for? Anyone?
Social order?
To protect the person's personal rights.
So that you can rely on the government?
Justice? Thank you. Tell me, was I unfair to your classmate just now? Indeed I was. So, why didn't any of you protest? Why didn't any of you try and stop me? Why didn't you want to prevent this injustice? You see, what you have just learnt, you wouldn't have understood in 1,000 hours of lectures unless you lived it. You didn't say anything because you weren't affected yourself. And this attitude speaks against you and against life. You think it doesn't concern you, so it's none of your business. Well, I'm here to say, if you don't help bring about justice, then one day you too may experience injustice, and there will be nobody there to stand before you. You there.
Okay, I can't bear to watch it again. I'm just going with the flow, going with the flow. What was I doing before for 7.5 minutes? Oh, trying to find an example of my best writing. Today's thought experiment is about lived experience. Myth and relevance in an age of dilated time distortion. A Wheeler's Wheel production. To the tune of Jerusalem. No, that's all I'm listening to. I'm not actually... I am in... Well, alright, but it's not the song, is it? Ah, it's turned the song into a location. So what do the pictures say? Her father's magic has brought about a shipwreck. Raised on a remote island, her world is filled with magic and mystery. Miranda, the daughter of Prospero, stands on a rocky shore, gazing out at the stormy sea and a ship. The tempest through Miranda's eyes. Right, these are not great examples of my writing. Oh, there's a great example of my writing. Oh. Right, okay, so I'm prepared to put up Facebook as an example of good writing. Startup recruiting for rapid deployment testing of embedded agentic AI using MOE architecture. In translation, observation, remote sensing, training and healthcare roles. Urgently seeks contractors with facial recognition software implementation and prompt experience. Do we? I thought I did. On the oh, that was about finding Israelis that are being trained in Britain to work for the military. Blimey. Forbes is on it. This is all agentic AI. Right, here's a piece of writing by me. Would it? No, it's not mine. I put it in quotes. It's not mine, so I can't really use that. In tonight's news, that was Right, here's an example of my writing. From Confessions with My AI. Free energy principle, that will appeal to them. Right, Levin says look for agency at various, even extreme scales. But I say agency requires a minimum number of bits being processed coherently and is limited by information content and rate of information flow. Of necessity, this implies we are looking for a collection of things larger than electrons and atoms, and collections of macromolecules at DNA are good starting points. Moreover, the agency of the whole ensemble of necessity requires alignment, information flow, across time, and that implies across space as well. This upper bound on agency, perception, is limited to something like the distance of information might travel within one human lifetime, or arguably the attention span of human culture. This is not to say that humans cannot observe both smaller and larger things than these limits, but it is not logical or meaningful to attribute agency to something smaller or larger than these bounds, if indeed agency has any common or extended and therefore uncommon and unfamiliar meaning at the approach to these limits to scale. With an upper limit of say 30 to 4,000 light years, maybe the search for agency inside an atom or outside the radius of the solar system will be as impractical and as impossible as the search for God at these scales. I found the best example of the free energy principle, for fuck's sake, or whatever this is. I think I could put my hand on my heart and say those were my own words. Right, let's cut text copy to clipboard. Did it? Hold on. So shut up and calculate. Multi-locus sequence typing. Is a molecular typing method used to characterize bacterial and fungal isolates by analyzing the DNA sequences of multiple housekeeping genes. To characterize isolates of microbial species. said. GitHub. Right, forget that. Where did I go? And what did you see? 15 minutes.